to kick it deep to get things started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. On target over the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun. Give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that pass is intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs
fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. The Dogs want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. On the move is the 30. And he's running in the open. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
At the 35, he's got room. Off he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ellington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up. wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, the ground game. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Zings it complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith dropping to pass. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Running toward the tape. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there getting set. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 21, Ole Miss 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Now, a fourth down.
Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
5 fires to the big fella.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with him. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Anthony. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Smith wants to throw. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it past the marker. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He chucks one out to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Smith dropping to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has...
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Getting some heat. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Rebels! And the comeback is on.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps looking downfield. Pulls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
He'll do it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Just when they're looking run, now up top. The quick out. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Steps away to find some room. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. Bulldozes his way through. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try the right side. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Line is set on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Georgia 35, Ole Miss 28.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Anthony. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle. It's straight. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The inside handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock.
Got some room in under the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first
hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And here they come, almost all the way back. Looking for the 2-point try. Smith wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm thing.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Makes the grab, and it's ready for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Anthony. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's inside the 10. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Ball State opened up a can. And how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of the MAC should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think
he unleashes a long one. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. He'll start this drive firing. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 25. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Out of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got enough space. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Dogs want to move quickly. Looking for a man. It's Anthony. Fires into the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Going up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
2nd down coming up.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to